Opponent Tito Ortiz.
I'll fight anybody. I don't care who they are, what they've done. How many men they've knocked out. I couldn't give a shit. Who they are, I will fight them.
You know, Anderson in his prime, and he came into his prime in that organization too. That was an organization in England. Was that called Cage Warriors? Cage Rage. There's Cage Warriors is the new one. There's another organization like that that's like a top level organization in England. But in Cage Rage, he fought a lot of guys. And he fought Lee Murray, and that was a gigantic fight because Lee Murray was that crazy English hoodlum. The hoodlum who robbed the bank.
Familiar.
You don't know the story? He was a part of the biggest bank robbery in like the history of Great Britain.
Oh, wow.
It's like some fucking lock, stock, and two smoking barrels type shit. Like,
And they made a movie about it?
they're making a movie about it. Guy Ritchie is making a movie about Lee Murray. Okay. That's how wild this fucking dude is. He's still in jail right now. There's like, I think they stole like $80 million, something crazy like that. But these guys had like full-on tactical gear, fucking machine guns, like the whole thing. UFC fighter Lee Murray who robbed a bank for $90 million. Like,
wait a minute. So this was. Wait a minute. So he robbed the bank and was fighting in the UFC.
He was fighting in the UFC while he was a full-on criminal.
I love that shit.
I mean, a full-on criminal.
That's real outlaw. Like, how can you be? See, that's the kind of shit you were talking about.
Yes.
With John Jones, where it's
wildness.
Like, where it's like, this isn't enough. This is not enough adrenaline. Been in the UFC.
Well, go to the fight that he had with Anderson because everybody was scared of Lee Murray. Everybody was scared of Lee Murray. Anderson,
I didn't know that.
Pieced him up. Anderson pieced him up, man. Anderson toyed with him. He played with his food.
This is not, and this is in the UFC.
No, this is in Cage Rage as well. But it was a tough fight because Lee Murray came for blood. And this was an Anderson when he was in his 20s. We got to realize, like, the Anderson that we got in the UFC, we didn't get him until he was, like, 33 or 34, I believe, was his first fight.
Was he already past his prime when he got to the UFC?
No,
or right at
he
the
was
peak of it?
riding the very peak of his prime. But I think he came into his prime in Cage Rage, rather. Because in Cage Rage, he fought real tough guys, and there was a big organization in England, but most of the people in America did not know these fights were going on. And he's fighting guys like Jorge Rivera. He's fighting Lee Murray. He's fighting Tony Strickland. And I forget who else he fought in there. But, dude, I'm telling you, Anderson could do it all. He could grapple. He was dangerous off of his back. He was comfortable everywhere. And Lee Murray was an animal. Go a little further in the fight where you see when Anderson starts destroying his legs. So somewhere towards the end of the fight, like the last round, Anderson's like just chewing on his legs.
Front leg has taken a battering. There you go. He's starting to limp now. He's feeling those.
And he just did that over and over and over again, and Lee was in real trouble. Like, you get into a position like Lee's in right now where that left leg just doesn't work anymore.
Bruh, yeah, I'm sure you've gotten kicked in the leg. That shit is no joke.
Oh, it's horrible. And to have a guy like Anderson kick you in the leg? Shit. And he's doing it right now.